carpet for now. So let's just get into yoga mode here. Yoga mode is all about just relaxing into our bodies, letting go of any kind of tension in our mind, in our muscles. So you're going to stand with your feet underneath your hips, arms are relaxed and just loosey-goosey. Close your eyes. One of the common benefits that people say when they first start doing yoga is they feel more grounded and more centered. So let's just bring that quality out right now. Let's feel the connection that our feet have with the ground. I want you to pay attention to your feet. As you pay attention to your feet, start to slow your breath down. Breathe low into your belly. Take one more breath like that, just grounded in the feet, solid. Feel the heaviness of the ground. And then let's start from the top and work our way down. So let's start at the neck. Let's do some just simple neck movements. So right ear down, heavy towards the right shoulder. Rolling nice and smooth and steady, chin to chest, headed towards the other shoulder, side bending in the other direction. Make some good swings from side to side, being very gentle. If you want to do a 360, do that, but only if it feels good to you. And let's just spend a little bit of extra time anywhere that feels tight. Relaxing your jaw. And then once you've gone 3 times in each direction, you can pull your head back on, make it nice and straight on your body. Let's do some arm movements. So let's make circles. Let's just simple circles. Let's do one at a time, back stroke. This is really good for your spine. So we are moving our arms in what seems like a probably really simple way. You're probably like, Kendra, what are we doing? But hopefully over time, you start to recognize that this is really good for your spine health. It's really good for the health of your shoulders, as well as your whole rib cage. You can feel some really lovely articulations going on. Let's do some forward crawl here. Awesome. Let's make some big stretches, like open arms, open stretch to the chest. So palms are open and open wide. And then interlock your fingers, spread your shoulder blades apart. Open wide, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Interlock your fingers, spread them apart. Awesome. Great. Now let's just do some simple side bending. So you're going to get some space in between us. Let's not do anything too crazy in the side bending today. Let's not make it too strenuous because we do want to enter our legs, so we stretch them out. You're just going to put one hand on your thigh. So you have this kind of like pyramid, triangle-like shape in the legs, one hand on the thigh, and you don't want to lean too heavy on it, but have a hand there and just side bending. Enjoying that side bend, opening into the left, breathe into that. It's very good for us coming into our spinal work as well. Now use the strength of an inhale to pull yourself back up to straight. Go in the other direction. Again, you want to feel that stretching into the side of your body. Coming back up. Good. Now we're all stacked on. Let's get some movement into our hips. just with your feet wide like this, just do some big hip circles. You can have your hands actually just on your hips, kind of like your hands are guiding. Getting into like your hamstrings, your groin. Feeling, again, just another experience of groundedness in the feet. Nice and comfortable with that. Go circles in the other direction. Feels really good. Do one more. And then we'll just come into something that we do pretty often, stretching to the back of the legs, but we're gonna do it standing with like a straddle split. So I'm just gonna come closer to you so you can see me a little bit more. What we're gonna do right now is we're going to weight in both legs, lean forward towards the ground. So I'm just gonna move actually from one side to the other. This looks a bit tippy, hey? It's like giving you like a, let me make this go a little straighter and nicer for you. There we go. 1 little degree makes all the difference. Sorry about that. All right, that should be a game changer. Okay, so we are wide in a straddle-like split. So I've taken a big space in my legs, and you're gonna put a bend into your knees and just tip over into a forward fold. And we're just, we often come into a forward fold with our feet in line with our hips. Let's just do an open kind of straddle-like position. And I just want you to pulse in and out of like a little mini squat, meaning like bend your knees a little bit and straighten them. You don't have to straighten them all the way and like hyperextend, but just pulsing in and out to get some fluid pumping. Let's do that a couple more times, then we'll just do a straight up static stretch. So you're going to stay in place, 4 points of contact on the ground, 2 hands, 2 feet. Relax your head and shoulders. Head is heavy. There's no tension in the neck or shoulders. Good, and you're going to reach your left hand towards your opposite ankle. So you're going to reach across, left hand to right ankle. I'm just going to switch sides so you can see what I'm doing. Left hand to right ankle. Put your right hand up on your pelvis, on your bum, so it's just out of the way. Try not to lean heavy into your right leg. Keep your weight equal into both legs and just get a nice twisting action. Feel like you're spiraling your chest up towards the ceiling. Keep your head down. It's just nice on your neck. Now we're going to find that on the other side. So pass through 4 points on the ground, then take your right hand, reach your right hand to your left leg. Right hand to left ankle, grab hold, get your left hand out of the way to your bum, weight in 2 legs equally. Good. Now we've been inverted for quite a while, so we're going to slowly come up to stand. So make sure you feel weight solidly grounded in both feet like we started at the beginning. Push up through both legs. Keep a bend in your knees. Come up to stand nice and slow. Once you're there, make sure you have your balance. Make sure you feel comfortable in your body, you're not dizzy, lightheaded, any of those things. This is a nice opportunity to just have a sip of water before we head down to the ground. My very large rug. Place it down. And then once you're done your water, you can just head down to the ground with me. We're actually going to start seated. All right, let me just help you out here with camera angle. We'll go a little bit lower since we're seated. All right, looks good to me. So we're going to come sit on our mat, probably in the center of your mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into a twist. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different progressions to get there. You stop wherever you want. So the first kind of entrance into it is legs are straight, feet are flexed, toes are pointed up to the ceiling. And you're going to pull your right knee into your bum. Your right foot into your bum. So really feel like your heel bone is in line with your sit bone. Okay, heel bone, sit bone. This is the first step. So I want you to like kind of hug and squeeze that right leg to your chest and sit up really tall. If you need to like do a little bit of wiggling to be tall, do that. Our next phase is you're going to cross over. So my bent leg just went over my straight leg, and you're going to hug again. Sit up tall, and you want to sit into the stretch. So if you're tight, you're going to lean away from your right hip, lean and sit right on it. Try to get that this right foot on the ground, whole foot on the ground. Now we're going to come into a twist with this leg straight. I'm going to show you the full twist with this leg bent. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach around and get a nice big twist to the right and get some nice ringing out of the spine. If you want to go a little bit deeper, what you do is you lean into your left hand. Okay, you lean into your left hand. You start to bend that left knee underneath you. Leave enough space for your bum to sit back down. So don't tuck your foot so in that you can't sit down. Get both sit bones solid on the ground. Feel that you are as equal as can be in your seating position. Then you're going to take your right arm. Okay, so your right arm reaches back, grab for the ground, sit up tall, and use the knee that's in front of you as like an anchor point to get into a nice big twist. Breathing into your belly. Breathe low. Good. You can slowly unwind yourself. Keep your legs where they are. Just unwind your torso so your chest and sternum is facing forward. And you're going to do a counter twist, meaning just turn in the opposite direction. It's a fancy word for go the other way. Awesome. And then from there, just a small brief counter twist. You can unwrap your legs completely. And let's start in our beginning position again. All right, knees are straight, toes are up to the sky. Pull your left leg this time close into you, and you're gonna actually like intentionally hug, really intentionally hug yourself up tall in your spine. It's a good starting point. Leg crosses. So my bent leg, my left leg crosses my straight leg, which is my right. I'm really just pulling my knee. I'm already feeling some stretching because I feel really tight. My hamstrings and bum today. Now, if you want, you can come into the twist from here. So you just swing your arm, left arm, go for a nice good old twist with that leg straight, that right leg straight. If you want to come with me and do the full twist, you're going to put your right hand, lean into your right hand on the ground. Okay, right hand on the ground. Bend that right leg so that it's underneath you, but leave enough space for your bum to fully sit down. That's super important. Get 2 sit bones on the ground, sit up tall. Make sure you are tall for a moment there. And then you're going to begin to wrap around your front leg, Pull it in close. Reach that left arm behind you. Use it like a second spine. Be really tall. Twist round and breathe. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Good, and we're going to slowly, no rushing, unwind into a counter twist. Legs stay where they are. Twist around the other way. Look where you're going. Good. Slowly come out of your counter twist. Now let's come into some cat-cows. Now that we've gotten our spine kind of moving in these beautiful rotations, let's do some flexion and extensions, which is, just exactly what we're doing when we're doing cat-cows. So hands on the ground in line with your shoulders, as well as knees in line with your hips. You are made yourself into a tabletop-like shape, and you got your feet, you got your toes on the ground as well. So in and out, 5 breaths. We know what to do here. You're going to inhale and drop your belly. Look forward. Don't look up, just forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Get a nice big extension into your spine. And then exhale, flex and round. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Tuck the bum under. And inhale. Time your movement with your breath. So you're in charge, you're in the lead. Do whatever feels good. Remember, we're doing 5 of these. I'm on number 3. Push the ground away from you on your exhale. Really spread the shoulder blades. One more. Good. Now we're going to come down and actually lay on our stomach. Just going to check the time briefly. Yeah, we're going to lay on our stomach. Arms down by your side. Just put your head down. I'm just going to keep my head up so I don't squash my headphone, my AirPod. And just breathe into your belly. It's really good to feel that kind of relaxation that comes into your low back. Now we're just going to do a few extensions with our back, with our breathing, and then we'll come into child's pose, and then we'll come to lay on our back. So what is cobra pose? You're going to pull your hands, the sides of your body, elbows up, kind of like you're a grasshopper. Fingers are in line with your chest, like at the nipple line. Forehead down on the ground. Pubic bone, tops of the feet, shins, quads, all glued into the ground. Take an inhale and slowly come up with your chest. You don't need to put a lot of weight into your hands. You just want to lift the chest and then exhale it back down. Let's do 3 of these. Inhale. Nice and slow again. Time to your breathing. Nice and relaxing. Good. And our way out is into child's pose. So we're going to push through our knees, our hands, Send ourselves into child's pose, which is chest onto the thighs, forehead to the ground, arms are long. You can just relax your elbows on the ground, take some breaths into your low back. All right, you're gonna slowly roll up. Make sure you feel okay with your dizzy level, and we're gonna take it down to the ground and finish this off. Just looking at the time. Don't mind me, it's weirdly approaching the screen. So let's get into the back of the legs here. So just take a moment to pause first. Actually relax, get some space between your feet, arms away from the body. Oh, relax. Watch your mind, relax your mind, feel your body. If you're like, what do I feel in my body? Just pay attention to your breathing. If you have any sensation to keep your focus on. All right, so to stretch the back of the legs, just super simple. Let's make our way into a hamstring or posterior chain stretch. You're gonna pull your right knee to your chest. Compress the front of your right hip, pull it in. You can roll out that same side ankle, that right ankle. Good, and from there, you're just gonna extend this right leg, however you want. And you can grab it wherever you feel. At your calf means you're pretty flexible. At your hamstring is probably more likely. Just don't grab it at your knee because it's gonna bend the knee. If you can't get your knee straight at all, that's totally fine and acceptable. Just pull your leg as best you can and straighten it. So you can play with your like intensity of the stretching by pointing and flexing the foot. So you're welcome to just be pumping, easing into it, and then taking the pressure off. My hamstrings are like tight ropes today. Do whatever feels right for you. I'm literally just going to try to work my hammies here. All right. 2 more breaths here. You can maybe stay. And you can slowly let that leg come down. Let it relax there for a moment. Feels really good on your circulation. You may feel some tingling. And then we will switch to the other side. So left knee, pull it into your chest. Pull it in like you mean it. Really pull it in tight. Compress the front of the hip. Squeeze, and then roll out that left foot. And then you're gonna straighten that leg in any way that you can that feels like a comfortable stretch. You don't wanna be putting yourself through hell and back right now. That is not necessary. Find a place that's manageable, that maybe feels like you could increase the intensity just by moving the foot from a flex to a point, and just wiggling your way into something that feels good. Feel like you're making progress. If you're holding your breath, if you're super tense, got yourself in a crazy position, super unhelpful. We won't improve that way. 2 more breaths here. Finish it off here for today. Slowly let that leg go down, let it flop down comfortably, and just appreciate that nice feeling of openness. Maybe it feels tingly, warm, like there's some space in there. And then if you have a few more minutes to roll around and do some more stretches, any other things that you have liked over the past, you've done a lot of live videos now. So over any of those videos, if there's something that you really enjoy that you'd like to do as a finisher, you're very welcome to do that. And I highly suggest that you do. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. It has been lovely to be with you today. Thank you for stretching. It's always nice to be with you live as well as watch. As if you're watching on replay, it's also nice to spend time with you. I know who's watching, so I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow for a workout. Bye.